game. He is so excited because this crowd has been one of their best assets all season. They make every game difficult. When a hard opponent comes in, the crowd rises to their best occasion, and he's been telling the students all week, we need you today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Michigan.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call. And kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man, making that big...
Makes a grab and room to run. The 30. Past the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
14, Ohio State, 0.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need...
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. St. Clair. That's caught. It's Roberts. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Smith. And they swarm him under.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Run the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this one is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Going to the ground. Oh, better look out! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Marsh. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Got his man. Still running at the 40. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Throwing, Underwood. Grabbed over the middle, it's Marsh. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense in press coverage. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the single back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Here's Underwood. And they fail to hook up on third down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Quick release on the RPO. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Using his feet. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Spins away from the defender. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are 2 teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the 2 teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
He's got him. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Gets the back moving. Tavian St. Clair flips it out to the back. Crossing the 30, he's got a lane. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Looking downfield at St. Clair. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look
Touchdown! Buckeye! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the RPO, complete. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long.
There's some room. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Underwood. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quick release by the QB. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Here's Underwood to throw. Pressure coming. And they got it.
Great job by...
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. To the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Direct snap. It's Smith. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 10 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the home squad, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing St. Clair. Firing to the right, complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. St. Clair from the gun on third down. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Turning it on.
Well, after allowing a touchdown in the last drive, this offense has to be able to...
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, they're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting him to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency, but either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for it, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Finds his tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Throwing, Underwood. Finds his big tight end. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. To the air, it's Underwood. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Underwood. Under fire. Still looking for a man. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The run inside. It's Marshall. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents out.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's the pressure. He's on the move. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? Fourth down, Underwood. Lets it fly. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. St. Clair buys a little time with his feet. Quickly out to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. So now it's second and long. Tavian St. Clair makes the grab. There he goes. Oh, what a cut. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Motion from the wideout. He wants to change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. On target. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, that's got to sting. This returner wants to make a big play for his team, wants to make something happen. You don't get very many opportunities to do it in a football game, and he did the exact opposite. Created a huge momentum play for the other team. That one's going to sting a little.
Throwing St. Clair. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Never getting stopped on that second down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeye! They've got the lead here in the fourth. What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And now after being stymied for this entire second, oh, he's got some space. The 50. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Big Blue with the answer.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. And after that gargantuan fourth down stop, now a chance to put together a game-winning drive here. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback making adjustments.
Here we go. Ready. Flash. Chip. Bubba. Over. Ready, go.
St. Clair. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Released to the back. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this
breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
42, Ohio State, 32.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's past the 30. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and then stopping that clock.
Might be changing the route.
Sweep, sweep. Ready, go.
Tavian St. Clair fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Ready. Jet. Square. Ready,
To
go.
the air, it's St. Clair. Finds his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's loose. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. The Buckeyes with an answer.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Again, it's St. Clair. He's into the end zone for the 2, and they cut that lead in half, trailing by just a deuce. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack.
This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
And it's so fitting that that completion ices the game and wins it for his team. This quarterback's looked really good all game, David. He's been in a nice rhythm. He's been making good decisions, taking care of the football, just putting the offense in good positions. Really nice to see that completion at the end win this thing.
Oh, and it's so frustrating defensively because, dude, I've had no answers. I can't stop him. He's been good all game long. Not surprising. Late in the game, they still can't stop him. They get the first down right there to ice this one away. And this defense, they've got some adjustments they're going to have to make.
Showing off the arm. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not...
He's going to take a sack, but he'll also take the win. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.